We're going to start by talking about the Jaguar 120. You'll see, what are the lines that are so important to us on this car. And you see the first things I drew were very much those two shoulder lines on the car, which is very important to get those right. Really, it's the first things you draw when you describe a Jaguar, those two haunch lines, as we call them. It's very, very important for us. Very, very important to describing the muscle that is actually behind the car. I often wonder about the E-Type, because E-Type is arguably one of the most beautiful cars ever. A lot of the cars have almost hung out the bottom of it. If you look at an E-Type, it's got an exhaust pipe, you see the engine sticking out, the gearbox, but obviously a very, very special thing. The other thing which is really unique about the E-Type, it does have this huge long bonnet. And you never get a modern car here where the bonnet is actually half the car, and the A-pillar starts way back here. And then everything, all the graphics of the car, as we call them, are very much added on, and to really emphasize that tube as well. So the lights at the back of the car, the bumper at the front, the little splitter at the front, they're all there to really emphasize that shape of the car. All these cars were constructed just as you'd construct an aircraft or even a boat, very much in the purest mathematical sense going forward. How the car appears when you see it coming down the road is really important. What we've done with the F-Type is really sort of emphasize the mouth. So the mouth is bigger on the car, but also we always want to draw cars which look like they're very, very wide and very, very sort of stuck to the road. The previous F-Type, it used to have its headlight up here. And it sort of mimicked the E-Type a bit, but not in a very convincing fashion. We wanted to do a much slimmer light, but the technology 5 years ago wasn't really around, so we couldn't really do the light as we wanted to. And so only recently, with the new lamp technology, we've been able to really slim the light down. What's really important when you design a sports car is really to make it look as low and wide as possible. You really want this corner here to really be stuck down to the road as much as it possibly can. So what the new lamp allows us to do is to really make sure we pull that bottom corner right down as far as we can get it. And then we have this very, very strong J theme as well in the car, J for Jaguar. Along with the mouth being much stronger as well, this makes the car look much more aggressive on the street. All Jaguars, particularly the E-Type, all of the sculpture comes off the mouth of the car, and it does even more so on the F-Type going forward. But what we try to do when we do a Jaguar, we try to make out that it was created by a few strokes of the pen very, very quickly, almost like in 5 minutes, like you've just seen now. And that's what makes us different. We don't do a car that's reconstructed by computer, which has that sort of form follows function thing. We want to do something which has really got a very, very strong emotional connection. And to do that, you have to see the energy of the person in the car.